Libraries that lend more than reading material are becoming a trend. They're tool libraries designed to take the frustration out of home improvement, where consumers wind up buying tools they only use once. Instead, a tool lending library is just like a regular public library, except instead of books, it has gardening tools, woodworking tools, home repair tools, and more for use to either, borrow, I should say. People simply check out any of these tools on the promise they'll bring them back. Well, let's talk about it and this novel idea. Yurgelevic, who helped create one of the first tool lending libraries in Oakland, California in 1999. He's my guest tonight. He's now serving as a friend of the library there. Ty, welcome. Plug me in, if you will, into how all this started. Was there a big need to borrow tools in the 90s?
Well, I would say there was. We were not the first. I was hired in 1999, and the first thing I did was to hang out at the Berkeley Tool Library because they'd been around since 1979. So they were 20 years ahead of us. And our program basically is based exactly on their program. We had tools, provided tools that were available for home repair, remodeling, gardening, and landscaping. That would, encompass everything from some electrical tools to plumbing to obviously carpentry tools, and then, garden tools. So, yeah, go ahead.
Is this a way, I guess, for consumers to save money, or is it giving them a sense of, hey, I can borrow this, I can bring it back, no harm, no foul?
Well, both. I would say for the smart ones out there, they realized this was a shared resource that they had access to. So why bother to buy a demolition hammer if you're going to use it once every couple years? Just come to the library and borrow ours.
Sure. So what's the library connection in terms of the traditional library also having a tool lending library? I mean, are they always housed under the same roof?
Well, in our case, yes. It's one big advantage in that we use the same software that the library does. We have the same philosophy that the library does. For instance, we don't charge for borrowing tools. But we do have a series of fees if you return your tool late.
Sure. And I guess membership has its privileges, right? I mean, you've got to be a member of the library, either the traditional library or the tool lending library, to take advantage of the service, right?
Correct. And we do have one slight additional request, which is to prove your Oakland residence. Book patrons don't have to do that, but we do, and partially that's because of our funding comes mainly from property taxes.
Sure. So do you anticipate this catching on across the country? I mean, we all don't live in Oakland. We all can't go to California to get our tools. Do you think this is going to be something we'll see around the U.S.?
Well, let's put it this way. We have seen it really take off, especially since we opened in 2000.
Sure.
And I would say at this point, there's probably anywhere between 50 and 60 tool libraries across the country.
Wow.
In addition,
good.
There are libraries that are expanding into Canada.
Sure. Ty, we got to go. We got to go. Thank you, though, for explaining it to us. A lot to see and do when you think about home improvement. Glad there's a service out there to get tools for free.